Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. I am so excited to show you this new tool today. I actually talked about it yesterday, but I put this into action and I want to show you really how I was able to get so many leads using this AI prompt for my business. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create an AI prompt so that you can use it as a lead magnet. Now, lots of times we see lead magnets, they're just very generic. They're like ebooks or maybe a course that nobody really even finishes. A lot of times the courses aren't that great anyway. But when you give a tool, I love to give tools as lead magnets because they're actually functional. They can use the tool. They're going back to the tool over and over again if it is of value. And every time they go back there, they think of you and your business. Okay. Now, obviously, if you go here, you're going to think of me and my business because I have my logo up here. I have become a member, and I even have my affiliate link for this tool up here in case they wanted to white label it. Okay. Now, what's also cool is this tool, which is Formwise. You also can, when you add this to the forms, their own branding, it will actually be attached to your affiliate link. Okay, so you'll put your affiliate code into the form. I'll show you all of that in just a few minutes. But it will actually, if someone clicks on here and they want to create their own Formwise account, then I earn commission. That's how affiliate marketing works. Now, if you are with HighLevel, you definitely understand that the A2P compliance is such a beast. Even if you're not with HighLevel, you still have to deal with A2P compliance. So this may be for Twilio or any other company that you are, or software company that you're using that does require the A2P compliance to send text messages and make phone calls. So it is really hard for people to put in the data and get approved, and they're doing it over and over again because if you have an agency, then you have clients that are using this. What's really cool is if we just add a business name, like I'm just going to say my vision agency, and let's talk about what product or service do they sell. So since this is for my business, I'm going to say marketing, training, and let's say support as well as software. All right, so we're just going to type that in. And then what industry are they in? We're going to say marketing. And what type of text can people expect? Let's just say service communication. What is the privacy URL? If you go to my website, actually, myvisionagency.com, and you go all the way down to the footer here, you see my privacy policy. So I'm just going to grab that link right there. Let's go back to the form. Where'd my form go? There we go. And I'm going to paste that in there. Now, what is the support contact email? So I'm going to say info@myvisionagency.com. Oops, I want to spell it right. And here is the part where I'm going to actually capture the lead's information. Okay, so what email address can we send the script to? Now, there are many ways of setting this up. Okay, you can add the email address form field to the form. You can make them opt in to get to the form. You can of course, add any of the information here that you want to. You can manually enter it. I mean, why would anyone want to do anything manual? But you get the point there, right? So I'm going to say at Bridget Bartlett because I just want to choose a different email. So info@bridgetbartlett.com. Now I'm going to go ahead and click submit, and you'll see it's gathering the answers. Okay, there's no coding involved in this, you guys. So if you're like, what? That is way too complicated. So now you see the answers here. Okay, so you would literally, and it makes it really easy because you're just copying and pasting, right? So the AI is now that form is sending the data to the AI, and you guys only need just Formwise for this. Okay, now to send the data, you need HighLevel, right? Or you need something to send the data to, but you only need Formwise for this. All right. So we're saying the opt-in language. So you literally just want to go through here and copy and paste this information, you can see how incredibly, if you guys have ever applied to be A2P compliant, you can see why this is such a great resource for high-level agencies or just agencies in general. So me as an affiliate, if I wanted to create a lead magnet that would specifically target my specific customer, which would be A2P compliance, this is a great lead magnet for this, because if they understand A2P compliance, then they understand all of the value within HighLevel. So they probably understand $497 for the highest SaaS plan is like insane. So again, I'm basically pre-qualifying people with my lead magnet, right? So you guys are going to be so wowed when you see how easy this is to set up. So before I even show you, I did want to show you a real world example. You can see 21 hours ago, I just pasted this. Now, I talk about this all the time. You can spend hours creating these amazing graphics, but I literally just take a screenshot, because in reality, people just want to know what to expect when they get whatever it is you're giving. Okay, so I'm just saying, who would like free access to my A2P script generator? Simply answer a few questions about the business and it'll spit out the entire script for you to copy and paste into the form. Comment below and I'll send it to you. Okay, so the goal on Facebook, or like when you're doing any type of lead gen at all, you never want to put a link in the description. You want people to comment because we want massive engagement on this post. That way Facebook will show it to more people. Also, when people comment, then Facebook will make sure to show it to them specifically. So what we're doing is, you can use L Messenger or Group Track or any other tool that you're using for this automation process. But you can see here, I just pasted this. I pasted in a screenshot here, and I'm just asking people to comment below. So you can see I have 164 comments. Now, granted, some of them are me replying, or the tool rather, replying and saying, sending you the link, okay? So you can see how all of that works out. So even if half of those are leads, you guys can see in 21 hours without any ad spend whatsoever, I have gotten 82 leads, okay? So obviously, now they're commenting below. I am replying using the tool. At the same time I'm replying, I'm tagging them, I'm adding them to my pipeline, I'm sending them a message. Now, what I want to do actually, and the message that I'm sending here with this post, is I am telling them, join my group, and then you will get access. Okay, so what happens when you join my group? Okay, I could, of course, message them with the link to the tool, but what I want to do is utilize these free tools to grow my group. Okay, so when I send them the message and I say, sure, if you want it, go ahead and go to the the first pinned post right here, and then you can get it for free. So if you're in my group, you don't have to put in your email address or anything like that, because to join my group, you need to put your email address in. Okay, so this is how I'm literally walking through my entire funnel of how I used this to not only grow my group, but also get leads, right? So they're commenting below, I'm messaging them, I'm tagging them in my group track account. I'm doing all of that, right? So I'm documenting all of that so that I can follow up with them. I'm also telling them to join my group, where they need to enter in the contact info. And I can also find out, do they already have a HighLevel account? Are they a sub-account in someone else's agency, or they do not have a HighLevel account? All right. Now, based on this, their answers here, they're going to get a welcome email, and it's going to tell them how they can join our program based on these 3 criteria. Okay, so that's how my typical group funnel works. But when you're using something like this script to get leads to your group, that's the process. Okay. So now when it comes to actually building this thing out, you guys are going to love this. First of all, if you want to create your Formwise account, all you need to do is go to bridgetbartlett.com. You go to myvisionagency.com. Up in the menu here, you'll see add-ons, same menu on both websites, and you'll just want to click on Formwise and you can create your account there. Okay, so going back into Formwise now, I just want to walk you through how easy it is to create this tool. So right now I'm in all of the tools, and these are really a lot of templates. Okay, so we have tons and tons of templates, over 100 that you can use. And today what I'm going to do is actually create a joke generator. Okay. Because how cool is it to just, I mean, no matter what your niche is, you can get leads by, having them generate a joke. Jokes are great content. And you'll see that this actually makes it even better than just a standard joke. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on new tool and I'm going to call this training, so I can delete it later, training joke. Okay. And create new tool. So, of course, I can create this from scratch, and we'll talk about that next week. But this is just super easy to be able to use one of these templates. Of course, you can go through all of the tutorials if you like. But when we create this from a template, you can see it's already built out, right? So we have the open-ended question. So the question is, what is your, what is the, actually, why is it not, let's go back here because I think I didn't choose my template correctly. So let's go back. All right. So we did not. So I'm going to go choose new. Oh, I should have chosen templates. Sorry. Okay. If you wanted to create your own, you would do new tool. That's why I didn't see the templatized responses there. So we want to use one of the templates because you can see they have tons of templates and these are so cool. I've been diving in, going through each of them, which, that's really the best way to learn. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll down here until I see the joke, the generate a joke. If you guys see it before me, say stop in the chat, and then I will stop. Oh, joke generator. All right, so I'm going to click on add now, and I'm going to click next. All right, so now we have the joke generator. I'm going to go ahead and click in here, and you will see that we can actually edit it. Okay, so now here the question is, what do you want the joke to be about? Okay, so I can type in additional text here. I can even put a placeholder if I want. You'll see kind of a preview of what the form looks like here. And then the next question is, what is your email? And then we have a submit button. So you can see here in the form, there's actually 3 different elements. And you can see here, we have this one, and then the submit. Okay, so if I wanted to change the submit button, I didn't want it to say submit, I could say your grab, let's say, get ready to laugh. Get your joke is ready, or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to click out of that. And now you can see that I've changed that button there. Now you can also see kind of how it's built in here, like kind of like Zapier. Okay, so we have like step 1, we have step 2. Now you'll see when this is actually created that there are 2 steps to this. And the first step is here's the joke, and it will spit out like a short joke, right? But there's another step here that is joke story AI. So you can actually read the prompt here. So it'll say, please make a short story related to the joke below. And then it's going to pull in this tag here from whatever their answer was here. So if you type in that you want a joke about marketing, it's going to give you the short joke about marketing, but then it's also going to give you the joke about, or it's going to give you a short story based on whatever you typed in here. Okay, so you can see now how they have basically combined Zapier and like the forms to be able to automate this process in one step. Okay. Of course, you can also add or connect source data from a folder if you'd like to. So lots of cool things that you can do here. And then, of course, you can also choose the AI speed that you want to use. Okay. Now, when you have this set up here, how you want, now this is just the template. We haven't changed anything at all. Okay. You'll see over here on the right-hand side, we have email form submission. So if you would like a copy of this to be emailed to you, you can toggle this on, and you'll see when you toggle on, it will add a step here in the prompt section and it will ask for the email. So you want to type in your email address that you want them to send the response to. Okay. Now, I wouldn't use this personally, but I can see how it would be important to some people to have that ability. Now, I definitely will utilize the webhook for sure. if you just toggle that on, you see that it adds a step here in the prompt where we want to send that webhook over. And since I'm using HighLevel, I'm going to use one of the incoming webhooks from HighLevel, so I don't even need an additional tool there. Now you can also choose to redirect the form. This is great, especially if you're sending them like to another form that maybe they need to submit. But if you don't redirect, it will actually, you can choose, it'll go to the page and then it will show, or rather that widget area, it will show the results like I just showed you with the other survey. Okay, so I'm going to just say, today I'm going to make this the most simple funnel possible because we're definitely going to be diving into some of the really advanced use cases. But I just want you to see how you could quickly, in just a few minutes, get this up and going and start using on your website, okay? So I'm going to say form redirect off, and I'm going to display the results. And I can choose to display the estimated time. If you remember when we submitted this form here, it said, you know, that it's like 4 minutes or something like that as it was bringing it up. And so you can choose to display that or not. I'm just going to keep that off. And then again, you can choose the Formwise branding. Okay, so obviously, you can turn this off so you do not have to have their brand on there if you don't want to. But if you do want to have that button there, all you want to do is put your affiliate link here, and typically it will start with like a question mark. You'll have to apply to be an affiliate, and then you'll be able to, I think mine is like Bridget Bartlett or something, but you'll just want to do that affiliate code there. It's basically everything after the main website on your affiliate link. Then you will actually earn commission every time someone clicks on that and creates an account. Okay, so for this example, because I'm not going to look up my affiliate code, I'm just going to leave that off. All right. Now you also have the ability here to create some themes. So you see here that it's just a basic white template or form, and then we have a black button. Okay, black button, black text. So you may want to customize this. So for example, if I click here, maybe I want to make the text a different color and all of that. Maybe I want to create another image, right? So we could go to Canva, and I usually, if I have no idea what size I need, I usually will start with like the 16:9 area. So let's go ahead, since this is about a joke, let's find an image here. Let's go to, where are my photos? It is so funny how things just change, like as soon as I go live. All right, so we're looking for photos, elements. Oh, okay, so I'll just use this image here. So we're gonna say a big laughing zebra because it is a joke, right? So we can customize this, of course. One of the things I like to do is make this a little bit transparent. And then I'll make the background here like a black color or something just to give it a little bit of depth there. And then I'll just move this over here. All right, so we'll just keep it like this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and download this. Let's call it Zebra so I can find it. All right, so Zebra. And I'm going to download as PNG. That's usually what I choose as well. Or I'm sorry, JPEG. PNG is the best quality, but I definitely don't want this to load any slower because it is like an embedded widget, and sometimes those load just a little bit slowly. So I'm going to choose the smallest image size here. I'm saving that to a file now. And I'm going to go back over here now to Formwise, and let's go ahead and just embed that here. All right, so I'm pulling up my images. Let's go ahead and select that. And now we have this image here, okay? But of course, my background is still white, so I'm gonna make this transparent. I'm gonna go ahead and select. And then of course, you see that our text is too dark, so I'm gonna change all the text to white as I go through here. So you can see there's so many different ways that you can customize this to make sure that it's all branded to you. You could change multiple multiple choice colors and all of that stuff. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and publish this. Or actually, before I do that, let me make sure to show you the advanced options here. So this is going to be the description here. You can change the icon, and that's the icon that'll show here. And then you could also embed this on a specific URL, or you can just allow all URLs. Okay, so if you have a specific URL you want to embed in, you could just type that in there. If you have multiple, you just click the plus sign and then add more there. Okay, I'm just going to say allow all, and then let's go ahead and publish. All right, so now that we have published our little prompt there, you can toggle over and you will see the embed link here, or the embed code. You can also choose the layout and the height. Okay, so this is set to 100% width, and then the height is 700. You may need to adjust that according to like mobile and whatever. That's just a typical like iframe thing that you need to do. I'll show you that as well. Okay, so, and then also you could share the link. So if I just wanted to copy this link, I'm going to open up an incognito window. I'm going to paste this in there, and then you can see what this looks like. So we just have the joke of the day here. You see the image takes up the whole screen there, and then you would just type in the joke. So let's go ahead and we're going to type in the joke. So what do you want the joke to be about? Let's just say marketing. Or instead of marketing, let's say marketers. And what's the email address? So I'm just going to say info@BridgetBartlett.com, and get ready to laugh. Your joke is ready. Okay, gathering answers. There we have the generation in progress. Now we have our joke. So why did the marketer bring a ladder to the office? Because they wanted to reach new heights in sales. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So we have our joke there. If I wanted to copy this, of course, I could just copy that. But what is really cool, and remember in the prompt, it said to create an AI story based on the what we said we wanted the joke to be about. So when I envision adding this to social media content, I would literally make this joke a graphic, and then with that graphic I would add all of this content, because the story is relative to the joke. And so you would get like the people who just view it quickly would get the value from that because it's kind of funny. And then also the people that wanted to go ahead and read the story, now you're really dealing with the algorithm, and every algorithm on every social media platform loves to reward the amount of time that people are looking and reading and engaging in your content. Okay, so this is the basic process for that. Now you can see, and maybe you can't because I am showing you, or I have that blocked off, but you can see the link to this. If you wanted to share this, it would actually be this app.formwise AI. Now that's not good to share in emails, and that's not good to share on social media because this is not branded to you, right? We definitely want everything to be branded to us. So what you could do is copy the embed code and embed it on a page within your website, or just a new funnel altogether. Okay, so I'm actually going to just go to my funnel section here, and you can see that I've created some for Formwise. I'm actually working on a collection here, and I have one called Joke of the Day. So it's just a single page website. Okay, and of course you can connect a domain to it, and that's why that's great. But what I love about this also is you can embed your chat widget. You can have your menu above it. You can have, just like I did with that, the other example there, where you look at the, at this, where you have become a member, and they can click there, and then it goes to my main website. Okay. So you just have a lot more. There's my chat widget as well. So you have a lot more customizations and things that you can add to it if you embed it into your actual website. So you can see here that I don't have anything at all. The only thing that I have is just a section here, and then I have the custom HTML JavaScript element. So that's really easy. You just click on the elements there, and then you go to the code and you drag it in, and then you'll see if you open up the code editor, you just paste it in there. Now, I did tell you that I would show you, anytime you have like an iframe element, okay, you'll see here, you don't have to be like a coder or anything to know this, okay? you'll see here, I showed you in the place where, let me get back to that area here where it says width and height. When you set that, it's going to change the code here. Okay, so if I said 1200, then you can see up here it says height 1200 and still the width is 100%. Right? So when I go back here now, if I took that code and embedded it, it would say 1200 here. So what you can do instead of going back and changing the code, you can just look here and change it manually. Okay. So if I felt like this was too tall or too short, I could always adjust that here. Okay. So if it's a 700 there, let's just say it's 700 on desktop. And I wanted it to be, let's go ahead and save, and let's preview what this code looks like. Let's see if it'll let us preview. So we'll go here. We'll preview what it looks like embedded into this page. So you can see everything around that element is white because I haven't done anything to it. And then just the only thing here is what we actually embedded through Formwise. Okay. But just definitely imagine having your menu and all of those things here, your chat widget and all that. Now we're really talking about some lead gen, right? Because if they have a question, we want them to be able to contact us, right? That's the goal of marketing. Okay. So you can embed it there. Now, you also have the ability to just connect a domain inside of Formwise so that you don't have to do this, okay? So if you go to Formwise now, and let's go back now to our original screen here, the home screen. And if you wanted to create the domain, there's actually a few different ways of doing it, but you can actually go to tool sets and you can create one that calls joke of the day. So you just type in like your new tool set and then you would give it the name. So I'm going to go to tool sets now and I'm going to go to the one that I said is joke of the day. So you can see here that this tool set, and if I go here to open up the tool sets, you can see that this is what it looks like. So tool sets are basically combinations of all the different tools that you create. So if you wanted to have, like a membership area where you have all of your best tools there, you can either embed this into your into your high-level agency by adding a custom menu tab. You could embed it into the membership area. You can embed it into your membership website, whatever you want to do, or you could even just share the link and then they have the ability to, search for all of the different tools that you have and so on. Okay. So that's a super cool option. If you go down here now on the side, you'll see that you have the ability to do some more editing here. So you can, again, choose to have or remove the Formwise branding. When you have the tool sets, you may want to organize them in categories. So you can actually do that. So you may have some that are like business related. You could even see there's rap song lyrics generator here. You may have real estate or maybe like health coaches or maybe like social media marketing or SaaSpreneurs or high level, whatever you want to do, you could create categories for that. And then when you have your tool set, it will have all the categories and they can click in there just like an e-commerce store. Okay. Now, definitely keep in mind, if you're not adding this as a add-on to your high-level agency and embedding in that way, definitely this is going to be using credits for your OpenAI account. Okay. Now, granted, I had yesterday 118 submissions and it cost me 7 cents. I don't know of any other lead gen strategy that is that inexpensive unless it's just completely free altogether. So just something to consider there. So you have your categories here. You also have tool count. Do you want them on or off? You can add a custom logo here. So if I did add a logo, let me, my folder's opening on another screen here. So let me pull up my logos and I'll show you a logo just so that you can see what that actually looks like when we look at the URL. So let me just grab this here, this logo, and I'm going to go ahead and drag this over here and drop it in. And now we have the logo there. Okay, so we have our categories. Oh, there we go. Oops, my folder was still open. It was like, close the folder. Okay, so I'm going to add now custom logo. We have our categories here. If we wanted to create categories, we could just type it in and add them. You also have the API keys. So you do have on the agency plan, you have, I think, 20 contributors that you can have in your account. So if you wanted to use someone else's API key, you could do that. If not, you could just use your own. It will default to your own, but you could add a custom one in if you wanted to use someone else's OpenAI account. You also have domain permissions here, and this is the same as I showed you before, where you can allow it to be embedded in all websites or specific URLs. And then here is where you want to add your own custom domain. Okay, so this custom domain would be for this tool set here. So you definitely want to buy a domain. I recommend Cloudflare. It's the one that I use. But you can use a regular, like a root domain, or you can use a subdomain. So for this example, I would just say like joke of the day, like maybe we want to say jokes.myvisionagency.com. And then we can click set up domain. Now, when you do this, it's going to create a record that you need to add to your registrar. Okay, so I'm going to show you that because it's really, really simple. Let it go ahead and generate that. Okay, so now you see, since we're doing a subdomain, it says to add a CNAME record. So I'm actually just going to copy this record here, which is jokes. I don't want to copy that CNAME. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Now I'm going to go over to Cloudflare. I'm going to go into my domain that I told it I was going to use. I'm going to go to DNS, and I'm going to add a record here. So I'm going to choose CNAME like it said. I'm going to choose, let's go back and just see. It said the host is going to be called jokes. So I want to type that here where it says host. So jokes, and then I'm going to paste this here. And then, of course, you can toggle that off and save. So now this will be, let me get back to where I was. This will be connected to this domain. So now I'm going to go ahead and click I've added the records, and it's going to say we're setting it up. Could take 24 hours, but it's probably already set up, and we can test that here by copying. Let's go to incognito window because I always like to do that when testing anything. And you can see now that it's going to pull it up. Give it just a second. Every time you do the first time you connect a domain and then you load it, it takes a little bit for the SSL to be active. So it's loading that now. You can see my logo here, and you can see the actual tool set and how nice that looks there. So super, super, super cool. All right. So now you have your page description. This is basically like SEO info. And then you can add your favicon there. And you also have the ability to embed. You can, and this is so cool, you can also create a copy link. So let's say that you are a Formwise affiliate, or you have clients and you want them to have the ability to create their own Formwise account, and then you can share with them all of your cool prompts that you've created. Or what if you could even sell the prompts? Okay, I hope your guys' brains are exploding with ideas. So if you did want like a share link so that you can share all of your prompts with someone else, then you could click that. So that's really cool. And then of course you could embed your tool set here, and you do have the settings here to change the layout and the width. And then you have some advanced settings here as well. Now inside of the builder, if we go to the desktop, you'll see here that maybe this doesn't look great on desktop or on mobile. Maybe it's too tall or too short, and it's like you just cannot figure out how to make this look good on mobile. So here's what you want to do. Okay, you want to actually duplicate this whole section. All right, now I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to advanced, and then I'm going to hide this on mobile. Okay, and then I'm going to show this here. I'm going to go to advanced, and then I'm going to hide this on desktop. All right, so now when I go here to edit this, and I'll go to advanced just to test, you can see this is the one that's going to be on mobile. So I can do anything that I want with this. I can go into the code here, and then I can change this, which, typically, like 300 is good with, but this is set to percentage. But let's just say here on mobile, I really needed this to be 600 because maybe that's what works out the best. I will say these widgets are really good about sizing itself. But just so that you guys understand, if you don't get the result that you want, this is a way, and not just for this tool, but for any iframe that you're working with, to get the result that you want. Okay. So when you save that there, and we'll look and see that says 600. If I go now to the desktop and I click in here, you'll see that that says 700 because they're actually two different elements. Okay, it's just one is showing on mobile and one is showing on desktop. So I'm going to go ahead and save there. We can preview the live version here. And that's the one that's embedded on the website. Okay, so I hope you guys really, your brains are exploding with ideas. I really hope that, because I feel that way. So let's talk now about the automation process. Okay, I know this training is running long, but I just really wanted to make sure that you guys understand from beginning to end how you can utilize this in your business without having to skip around to bunches of videos. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you one that I have already created. So let's go to Formwise Automations. I'm going to go to Joke of the Day. All you need to do is click here and you'll see the inbound trigger. Okay, so you want to take this webhook here and you want to go over to Formwise. We're going to go into the form. Okay, so let's go back into that form. Let's go up here and click out. And we're going to go to the joke generator that we created together. And you'll see here, once we get inside, you'll see over here webhook. So that is on. And you'll see down here, we need to paste that webhook. Okay, so I'm going to paste it and publish it. Now, the next step is I need to actually go to this and I need to submit a practice run, right? So I'm going to just type in a word. I'm going to type in the email address. Okay. Now, when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and click, check for new requests. And when I do that, you're going to see all this data here. Okay. So all that data is being pulled in from that webhook. Now, the next step that you have to do is you have to choose a way for it to either create or update a contact. Okay. So you're going to choose the email field here. And here, what you want to do is click on the little label here. And we want to grab the info coming from the inbound webhook. We're going to go down here to form data. We don't want AI response because that's actually what the AI is spitting out. Okay, we want the AI form data. And you can see we had 2 questions on that form. And one of them was, what is your email? So we can type in the what is your email there. I'm going to cancel it because I just duplicated that. And of course, like I always say, the next step should always be a tag, because there may come a time in the future where I want to know who are all the people that filled out the joke of the day form. Okay, so I always want to tag my leads. And then of course, I'm going to send an email. Okay, so I can say your joke of the day is ready. And then I'm saying, here's your joke of the day. So what I need now is I need the AI responses, okay? Because remember, when it spits out a response, it's going to be the joke of the day. And then I just add a little note here. Here's a great story to share on your social media, along with your joke, to add more context, okay? So all I'm doing to capture this info here is I'm going up to custom values. I'm going right back to the inbound webhook trigger, and then I'm choosing the AI response. And you remember, there were only 2 steps. It was, what is it about? And then what is your email address? Or the joke of the day, and then also the story. Okay. So here I'm just choosing step 1, right? And then here I'm going to go back. I'm going to choose webhook. I'm going to do AI response. And then this is going to be step 2, because the first one is step 1. The second one is step 2. So this would complete all of the data there. Now, of course, every opportunity I have to promote my business, I want to do that. And so I'm saying, if you would like to white label this tool for your own agency, create your account at myvisionagency.com/formwise. If you'd like to join our program to discover how you can build a business, Okay. So of course here you can put anything that you want to that would be relevant information to them. Okay. So that's really how you want to automate that whole process. Now I do recommend going to settings and making sure to turn on the allow reentry, because you want to make sure that every single time they enter that info in, even if it's the same person, that they are receiving those results. Okay. Now you can see here as well, like I sent myself a sample of this and I just said the joke of the day about dogs. And so you can see the result. Here's your joke of the day. Here's a great story to share on your social media. And then here's what it looks like with all of the content here. Okay, so you may want to choose to let it forward where they can see the results right away. You may want to choose to send an email with their results to make sure that they are entering a valid email, that they are actually opening your email and potentially clicking in your email, which is how we build a good email reputation. Okay, so I hope you guys learned something today. I'm really, really excited about this. You can see that it really does get a great amount of leads, and that's because we're really giving something of value, not just something that they're not going to use or not need in their own business, okay? And if you guys do want to, like I said, sign up for Formwise, go to myvisionagency.com, click on Formwise. That is my affiliate link. I'll give you some bonuses, a free account of Vision AI. I'm also going to be building in my own prompts that I already have built that I use on ChatGPT, so that I can add those in there as well. So all of my affiliates, when that is ready, you will get that as well. Okay, so thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone.